overwhelming. People were blown away with the upside potential of the 8 different ways to get paid. But since this was the first introduction of the pay plan, and since we were giving you an opportunity to reposition your personally sponsored frontline teams, everybody wanted to see it again. So Jeff has graciously consented to come back on and do another comp plan training. And I want you to know that this presentation is going to be recorded. Now, we also realized that it was in everyone's best interest to give you one more week after the training tonight to get your dual team and Infinity Generation repositioning done. So we decided to push back the official pre-launch date 1 week until next Tuesday, November 4th. Now, this isn't going to make any difference in the schedule because you'll still have the entire month of November through the release of the Space Computer the first week of December to go to town recruiting new affiliates. And like we've said before, we're still going to honor all of our WIP members with the opportunity to buy the $2.99 Partner Pack and get a free upgrade to the free $5.99 Master Pack. And also as a WIP member, we've covered the cost of your $49 digital starter kit. It was a free sign up for everybody up to this time because everybody else coming in behind you has to pay the $49 starter kit fee. You've also had all this time and also through the month of November to be building your sales organization, which is going to pay everybody big benefits when we start paying commissions on December 15th. And don't forget, that does include commissions on the most innovative and revolutionary products ever introduced through network marketing, the incredible Space Computer and the Space Lumina glasses. And this product, which is going to set the consumer market on fire, is exclusively available only through you as a World Global Network affiliate. So it's all good. Everything is coming together to make our pre-launch and our eventual hard launch in March a major success. But we're on track not only to make a major splash not only in the network marketing industry, but in the global consumer market at large. And that's never been done before in network marketing. So the American launch of the World Global Network is going to be huge. Now, that having been said, I want to take just a few minutes and clear up some possible misinformation or misunderstanding regarding the pending pre-launch. Regarding the timing, understand that when the original 10 of us went over to London in July, this was just a preliminary introduction, a simple meeting between the WGN owners and corporate management to meet with 10 people who could potentially become a kickoff team for organizing the field leadership pending an eventual American launch. The idea was that WGN was going to start operations in America soon, and that if we were interested, to go back to America and just start making a few initial outreaches. In other words, for 10 to get 10 other leaders aware of the company, because at that point, nobody in America had even heard of World Global Network. Well, everybody went back to their own places back in America and began giving a heads up to a few other leaders. And in August, they put together their own meeting and invited CEO Fabio Galdi, COO Alessandro Senatori, and USA Advisory Board member Jean-Paul Salmon to stop by while they were in Miami so that they could get introduced to a few field leaders that the original 10 had been in contact with. Now, there was about 50 people at that event, which was not, by the way, sponsored by the company. But this was in August. Now, I joined the company in September and immediately went to Italy to learn everything I could about World Global Network's existing international operations, see the product line up close and personal, and review the upcoming launch of a space system, and to start helping to organize opening up the U.S. market. Kathleen McGowan was brought on about the same time to start organizing the new administrative operation in the U.S., and she's done so much work behind the scenes that you wouldn't even believe it. By the end of September, we had a strategic plan in place. We didn't have offices secured yet, just a strategic plan. Now, we began to put the plan into action in October, and here we are now, just 1 month later, on the verge of pre-launch. I've only been back in the States for 5 weeks. Meanwhile, what was expected to be a small, very exclusive group of potential field leaders became over 5,000 people. Now, the excitement over WGN went crazy, and unfortunately, the field got a little ahead of the company. Corporately, we weren't prepared to start shipping products or paying commissions, and we still aren't. That's what the WIP phase was all about. We don't even move into our offices in Miami until the 15th of November, but I want you to know they're going to be spectacular. But during this time, I think a lot of rumors got started that created a number of false expectations, and that's why we started to do these corporate vision calls. Now, these calls started on September 26th, right after I got back from Italy, because we wanted to clear up any misconceptions by giving you the correct information direct from corporate, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that. Now, it might not always have been what you wanted to hear, but it's always been the truth. So just look at what we've got done in just a little over a month. We've got all of our product lines approved for release into the U.S. We've got our policies and procedures and code of ethics approved. And we finished work on developing one of the most powerful and progressive pay plans in the industry and got it bought off on by legal. Also during this time, we became a national wireless provider under our own brand, and we're now able to offer wireless cellular services on the fastest 4G network in the nation. We've also got customer service in place to support the rollout, and this is huge. Our offices are being built out right now, like I mentioned, and we're taking possession of them on November 15th. So we've been very, very busy. We've hired top Hollywood talent to put our videos together. We're hiring a major firm out of New York to handle PR, and we've gotten listed, we are going to be listed on the American stock market in preparation for being traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, all of this has been done in support of you. We need to understand that the magnitude of this opportunity that's in front of us right now is huge, and just how big World Global Network is going to be. We're really building the perfect beast, and we're building for the long term and an eventual IPO. So I want everybody just to relax, take a deep breath. Your schedule is your schedule. Our schedule is ours. We're not going to let the tail wag the dog. We're going to take our time. We know exactly what we're doing, and this is going to be the crowning moment of everybody's career. For those of you that stick around, I want you to know this is going to be absolutely amazing. And the main reason why is because of the CEO. Fabio Galdi is someone that over the last few months I've had the chance to work with personally, and I can tell you this. I've never met anyone with higher ethics, personal communication skills, management expertise, technological ability, and overall intelligence than this man. He's probably the closest thing to someone like Steve Jobs that any of us will ever meet. And of course, Steve Jobs is an icon. Unlike Steve Jobs, however, Fabio is genuinely caring, enthusiastic, open-hearted, funny, and engaging. Fabio lives his values both as a person and as a CEO. In working side by side with him literally every waking hour for 3 weeks at his Italian office outside Naples, I watched him under nearly every conceivable circumstance. And I never once saw one hint of inauthenticity, hidden agendas, or cynicism. He was always on target, always good-natured, and nobody worked harder than he did. He set the pace and the tone for the entire organization. And I got to tell you, it was just wonderful to see such a high performance, yet friendly working environment. This is also due in large part to the COO, Alessandro Senatori, who provides the operational excellence that WGN is known for. Alfonso Galdi, Fabio's brother, provides the financial management for the company. And remember, this is not only a company doing business in over 100 countries, but also a public company. The owners group is also rounded out by the advisory board of Sean McVeigh, who handles investor relations for the company worldwide, and Mr. Jean Paul Salmon, who is based in Miami and is spearheading the U.S. operations. Jean Paul has a corporate management background with Apple, Xerox, and IBM, so you can see the type of business experience and leadership that he brings to the company. Now, the U.S. operations and compliance executive is Kathleen McGowan, and Kathleen has done a stellar job setting up WGN's business administration, and through the engagement of Mr. Kevin Thompson, widely recognized as one of the top network marketing attorneys in the industry, we've also got the best legal counsel. So we're taking the time to do it right, do it big, do it with class, and do it to last. Our timing might not be your timing, and that's okay. We're working on our own schedule, putting the foundation together for a long-term vision and for something truly special. Those are the hallmarks of World Global Network. And the opening of the U.S. market is going to be done in the same tradition of excellence. And this is just the beginning. There's so much more to come. But let's talk about what we've got in place right now. I want to do a quick product review before I bring Jeff back on so that you'll understand the packages, the pricing, and the power of what you've got to drive your income. And remember, this is not the end. This is just the very beginning. Now, for those of you that are WIP members, you already had the opportunity to have this paid for by the company, but for everybody else that's going to be coming in from now on, the annual fee required is $49. Now, this is going to provide you with a digital starter kit, which is an incredible tool that you can use to start promoting your business. All right, let's go on to the next slide there for Chad. All right, great. Now, this is what I want to share with you is the product packages. Now, the first package I want to go over with you is what we call the personal pack. It's only $149, and you'll see on the slide here everything that's included within the personal pack. Now, the personal pack consists basically here of, you'll see at the top it says the Space Service Plan. That's a monthly service plan for $45. You'll also see that there's an optional unlimited service plan for the USA for our wireless, and that includes voice, text, and data. Now, you can use any smartphone that's unlocked, a 3G or 4G phone, or also the World Phone 4. That's also going to be available for you as well, too. So let's go over these two packages here, and you can combine these into one package for only $75. So the value here is absolutely amazing. First of all, let's go through Space Meet, which gives you the opportunity to do video conferences with up to 8 people. You can do webinars for 25 people. You can video share with all those participants and use the slide presenter for PDFs, Word docs, PowerPoints, the whole deal. Collaboration tools for desktop sharing and co-browsing. A document center to share your live documents with participants. An audio bridge to call into the conference from regular phones, and then video postcards with unlimited templates. The cool thing about Video Meet or Space Meet is it's available not only on the web, but also for any Android or iOS powered phone. Now that's an incredible value right there, because I want you to understand that this is all modules that have been put together into one seamlessly integrated package. Now, along with Space Meet is Space VoIP. Now, Space VoIP allows you to make voice over internet calls and video calls for free to over 100 countries. Now, this is not only calls computer to computer, but you can also download the app on your phone. So anytime you've got a Wi-Fi connection, you can be making free calls to over 100 countries. And you can also be doing that to share video as well, too. So this is two very, very powerful systems that have been put together, Space Meet and Space VoIP. Now, Space Media, you'll see up here, it says coming soon. Space Media is something that I'm just going to share with you a little bit about Space Media, because it's an incredible package that is going to be coming along with Space Computer. Space Media is a cross-platform home theater software application that serves as a point of access for literally hundreds of channels of free music, television, movies, and video content. Space Media is, like I said, part of the Space Computer, and it turns the Space Computer into a virtual home theater set-top box that you can use to stream music, movies, TV, and video content directly to your Space Lumina glasses, which is your display, and where you can also listen to HD Dolby surround sound audio that's built right into the glasses. Now, the visual content is arranged from 40 inches all the way up to a gigantic 400 inches on the glasses. Now, 400 inches, that's over 33 feet or 3 stories high. This feature is called infinity vision, and the size of the projection changes on the basis of where and how far you're looking. So imagine looking at the glasses, looking through the glasses at a movie that looks like it's 30 feet high. I've had the opportunity to do that, and it's an absolute blow mind. So together with the mini Space Computer at only 2.5 inches tall, you've got a completely mobile, portable, digital, wearable computer system that's out of this world. In fact, that's why we call it Space. So that's coming soon. That's going to be available coming up in December. But the two products that we have right now as part of the service plan for the Space system is Space Meet and Space VoIP. Now, if you want to go ahead and capitalize on Space Wireless, we have an unlimited 4G wireless service plan throughout the U.S. And you can combine these two monthly service plans. If you just want to get Space alone, that's $45. If you want to add the wireless to it, that's $75 a month. So that's an incredible value. And you'll see up on the right-hand side what the payout is on that. There's 50 CV that goes into the dual team binary. There's a fast retail commission of $15 and a generational bonus of $10. Now that's just on the personal, and we're just getting started. Let's go on to the partner pack right now. Now the partner pack is $299, and you'll see that it also includes $45 for the monthly service plan for space and the unlimited 4G wireless service plan for the US at $75. Now, the $299 partner plan basically doubles everything that you get in Space Meet. Instead of 8 video conference people, you can have 16 participants, 50 webinar seats, video share with participants, the slide presenter, and now you can also record those videos. In fact, we're using Space Meet right now. You've got all the collaboration tools that are built in, the document center, the telephone bridge, video postcards. Once again, it's available over the web and through any Android or iOS powered phone. Now, the VoIP system is the same over here, and like Space Media, you'll see this right over there. But to this package, we also add SpaceWorks, which gives you premium email. This is a professional email system that we're setting up right now that'll give you your name at a professional email address, a task and agenda box, and also storage up to 10 gigs. Now, this is really powerful because with Space Meet and SpaceWorks, you can view all your files at a glance. You can have unlimited storage. You can share files with other people without ever having to use an email attachment, because this is all seamlessly integrated into one system. You're able to share videos, PDFs, PowerPoints, and documents without having to use an email attachment. And so this is, once again, module components that have been put together, seamlessly integrated into one system. So this is very, very powerful. And coming in as a $299 partner, you get all of that, plus the opportunity to pick up the wireless system. And once again, the value is just incredible because SpaceWorks, Space Meet, and Space VoIP is $45 a month. Add to that your unlimited 4G wireless service plan, it's only $75 a month. Now, the partner package pays out 100 CV, a fast retail commission of $30, a generational bonus of $10, and a brick bonus. This is a new bonus as part of the pay plan of $15. Now, kind of keep those things in mind because Jeff's going to be going over that in detail in just a minute. Now, the top package is the master package at $599. Now, this is where we get into a wireless package that's unlimited 4G wireless service internationally to over 100 different calling destinations, all included. And once again, this is on the nation's fastest 4G network. As I mentioned before, we are our own provider at this point. When you pick up the phone and call customer service, it's World Global Network. We're running on the fastest 4G network in the country. We're going to have an amazing ability to move out into the wireless world as our own brand. And once again, you can use this on any unlocked cell phone that's a 3G or 4G phone, and also the World Phone 4 directly from World Global Network. Space Meet, Space VoIP, and SpaceWorks all included. SpaceWorks, now we bump it up to unlimited storage. We've got in the Space Meet 32 video conference seats available there where you can video conference with up to 32 participants. That's awesome. 500 webinar seats. And then all the other things that we talked about in our previous packages. Now, what I want you to understand is that if you took the paid versions of Skype, Dropbox, GoToWebinar, Google Drive, WhatsApp, Vonage, Viber, and you put them all together into one seamlessly integrated suite of products, that would be incredible. And we're doing that at a fraction of the cost. Believe me, we've done our research. We've done the competitive analysis. There's no way that you can begin to pair what value we're providing at this kind of low cost. And to that, we're adding the unlimited wireless service plan for only $129 all in. This is very, very powerful stuff. That's the $599 master. And once again, if you're a WIP person, a world important person, we've already covered not only your $49 digital starter kit, but if you come in at the partner package for $299, you're immediately upgraded to the $599 master package for free. So I hope a kind of a quick overview for you, but I want you to understand the power of the packages, the power of the products, and the power of the income that these products are going to begin driving for you here as we get started in December. Once again, we are done with WIP. That's over. That was a free sign up for everybody to come into the business. Beginning next week, we will have our pre-launch 1 week from tonight on November 4th. And from there on out, people will be signing up for $49 and they will not have the opportunity to participate in the free upgrade to the Master Pack. So that's an exciting thing to be considering here as you're looking at where we are right now. So I want to move from this particular part of the program where we talk about the products. I want to kind of turn the call over now to Mr. Jeff Hooks. Now, Jeff is a top leader. He's a seven-figure income earner. He's a great example of the kind of caliber of people that WGN is attracting. And for those of you that were here on the webinar last week, you know that Jeff is also a great teacher who's got a gift for making the complex simple. So Jeff, thanks for being with us again tonight, and I'll turn the webinar over to you.
Hey, thank you so much, Scott, and good evening to everyone. I'm so excited to be on this webinar. I was watching some of the chat comments as I'm looking at my notes. I've already got a half a page of notes just from the webinar this evening, and I share the enthusiasm that is being communicated on a lot of the chat comments. This is the best webinar yet. And Scott, every time I hear you or the executive team walk us through this product suite, this product and service off, I get excited all over again, because just as you said, the wireless component alone, the fact that it's our platform, we provision the customers, we bill the customers, it's our customer service, we're in complete control of that process from a quality assurance, quality control standpoint, and that one piece of our larger offering separates us from everyone else in the industry, and I don't even need to mention names. And so we're bringing to market a product suite, a technology suite that is revolutionary, that is unique, that's proprietary, and we have the opportunity to leverage that, quite frankly, to build a global distribution empire. And that's the way I look at it, and I'm excited to be on this webinar with all of you. I'm honored to be part of this leader team as we prepare in just 1 week for the kickoff of our pre-launch. So once again, just to reaffirm for those, I know we've just got some people that are continuing to jump on the bridge, but our official pre-launch is next Tuesday, November 4th, and everyone on this phone, and again, I want to reaffirm as I did last week, I certainly recognize we've got some amazing leaders on this call, amazing track records of success and achievement and leadership, and we've got some wonderful emerging leaders, and we've got some wonderful people that have never built a business in the direct sales networking model. So with your blessing, what I want to do is we kind of walk through the 8 components of the compensation plan, is I want to try to kind of cascade some information that will be relevant to all 3 of those groups: top field leaders with a proven track record, emerging leaders that have been looking for a home and a place to call home, and then of course the brand new affiliates that have a desire for change and want to create financial freedom, lifestyle freedom by building a network with World Global Network for the first time. And so anyway, we've got a lot of information to cover. What I would like to start with, Scott, with your blessing, I want to start with slide 24 really quickly, because what we're doing now is we're positioning, and if you think about it, every one of us is at the right place at the right time. A mentor of mine used to always talk about timing, and he would say, "Hey, Jeff, everyone wants to be at the right place at the right time, but first of all, you have to be there. Second of all, you have to recognize that you're at the right place at the right time." And what he was trying to communicate to me was that obviously we're all busy, we have bandwidth issues, we've got life responsibilities, both personal and career, and sometimes we're just too busy rowing the boat to recognize a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And so for all of us on this call, obviously we're at the right place at the right time. I know that in every fiber of my being. We recognize it, or we wouldn't collectively be on this call. And the most important thing, though, is to take action, is to do something about it. And so as we move forward from now to next Tuesday is really, there's a lot that we're going to be doing in the next week. But next Tuesday is officially and metaphorically the gun goes off for the pre-launch. And you know, a lot of us, myself included, have always wanted to be part of something huge, part of a huge success story before anybody else knew about it, particularly in this instance in the U.S. And that's the position that we've been in. We're every one of us is positioned beautifully with World Global Network. And so now what I want to do is spend a few minutes just talking about when we engage in the official kickoff of pre-launch. And I love, Scott, what you said. You know, you said, everybody, let's just relax, take a deep breath. I shared last week a mentor of mine used to always talk about, Jeff, it's about progress, not perfection. And that was his way of telling me just to kind of relax and recognize that we're making progress. Everything's happening on track. We do know that there was obviously some different expectations set, but now, you know, over the last week especially, everyone's getting the message and getting the word out. And as we wrap up this particular, my portion at least of the webinar tonight, I'm going to provide my email to everyone so that you have an additional resource to make sure that everyone's plugged in and has the accurate information as we move forward. And so, you know, it's urgency is great. We love the excitement. I know I'm ready to roll. And so let's move forward. So when we kick off next Tuesday, it's going to be focused on, and Scott's going to share this as he wraps up the call, but we've got a couple of amazing tools. We've got 2 videos and a special pre-launch designed website just for this team. And the purpose of those tools is to allow you and me to really to equip and empower us to go out and build our organization, to put our team in place, and build our affiliate organization out between now and, of course, December 9th, when we transition into soft launch and the compensation plan goes live. So everything we do, just to reaffirm, those of us, everyone on the webcast, the webinar tonight, rather, is positioned in the WIP phase. We're now moving forward to the pre-launch next Tuesday, and the purpose from next Tuesday through December 9th, through the Dubai convention, and I'm going to be in Dubai, and I know many of the leaders, you're going to be there with me. It's going to be an amazing event, the official kickoff of the Space Computer and the launch, and a lot of other exciting announcements that you'll be amazed with just a little bit that I know. But everything we do from next Tuesday through December 9th is to get our organization positioned for the kickoff of our soft launch where the compensation plan goes live. So what does that mean? That means we're going to be sponsoring new affiliates with that $49 digital kit, and we'll have those new tools effective next Tuesday to equip and empower us to do that. Now, moving forward to slide 27, I want to reaffirm what Scott had said when he was walking us through again the product offering, and I just want to mention also for everyone on the webinar, we're going to be having, that we being the company is going to be having product-centric trainings in the upcoming weeks, more compensation plan-centric trainings and webinars in the upcoming weeks. And what I just want to assure all of you as leaders is we're going to equip and empower you and your teams with the product knowledge and the product information that you need, as well as the compensation plan information, as well as the strategic planning from a field leadership perspective. And when I say we, it's me and the leadership team on this call. We're going to make sure we provide you and your teams with everything that you need to leverage the amazing business model that World Global Network is providing each one of us. And so to that point, if you go back to the master package right in front of you, you'll see in the top right, again, just to reaffirm what Scott had shared, that each product package, the personal pack, the partner pack, and of course the master pack, carries with it in that top right a CV, and that's used for team volume commissions, which we're going to be talking about. The fast retail, that's $60 is fast retail. The generation, which is the affinity residual bonus of $25, and the brick bonus as well. And so the point I want to make is not to have you memorize all of these different numbers. This exact presentation is going to be downloadable when we wrap up the webinar, so you don't need to write real fast and take notes. Just relax and absorb as much of the information as you can. Again, it's about progress, not perfection. I always remind myself that, because I'm a little bit of a type A leader, like I know many of you are. But the point here that I really want to emphasize, particularly for those of you that are newer affiliates and new to the industry, is that with each pack, we're paid via multiple bonuses. So that let's get specific. Let's move to slide 29, and let's talk specifically about the compensation plan. 8 different ways we're paid. The first is the fast retail. So let's talk about the fast retail. Going to slide 30. The fast retail, folks, that is just like it says. When we sell the product package, so for example, we just talked about the master pack. There's a fast retail, if you'll remember, of $60. So that when we talk about fast retail, that's immediate. So we're paid immediately. So if you share World Global Network with me, you invite me to watch a couple of videos, I place a pack order, I order a master pack, you get an immediate $60 fast retail bonus, paid immediately that day, literally instantaneously. Now, I will share with you, maybe some of you are familiar with that. There are a couple companies, I believe, that are doing something comparable. But I'll tell you, my last network, this is going to be amazing. I used to talk about the fact that, the business we did this week, I was paid in 2 weeks, and I was excited about that. Here's an opportunity where each one of us, based on our own efforts, just this one bonus, we can go out and give ourselves an extra 30 plus paychecks on a monthly basis, because obviously by moving multiple packs on a day, we can get multiple fast retail bonuses on a day. So the beautiful thing about this, obviously from a leadership perspective, is, and those of us that have built large global networks, I've built a network of over 70,000 active affiliates and customers in 40 countries around the world. And the beautiful thing, what we all know from experience, is if we can reward and recognize effort quickly when we have a new affiliate, brand new, just engaging in building his or her business, then obviously it inspires and motivates that individual, that business partner, to take that next step. And so fast feedback in the form of this fast retail bonus obviously inspires and motivates yours and my affiliates to take that next step. And so this bonus, although as we move forward, it might not be the largest part of your overall World Global Network check, it's going to be a very important part. Now, the second way we're paid is obviously the team volume commission. Now, this is what, this is the part of our plan that our industry experienced experts would refer to as the binary part of the plan. Now, what makes this compensation plan with our Infinity Pay plan so unique and so extraordinary is if you look at the most successful companies in the industry that have a binary, some of the most successful have what I would call old school binaries, and that's another conversation that we can have individually and collectively in the future. But the largest companies that most of us are familiar with will pay only on one leg, on the lesser leg, and in most companies, in fact, the largest one to date in terms of total sales, paid a 10% bonus on the lesser leg, just 10%. Now, some have now paid a little bit higher. The challenge with that model is that, at least from an inspiration standpoint, is the organization from a morale standpoint. Let's say, for example, you enroll me in that type of a model, you sponsor me, I feel like, hey, I've built 2 teams and I'm not even getting paid on my largest team. That doesn't feel very good. Well, what World Global Network is doing is they're saying, no, you're building 2 teams. We're going to teach you how to build 2 teams. And we're going to equip and empower you with the strategy on exactly how to do that, the blocking and the tackling, what to do, how to do it, why to do it, and in a model that's been proven and that will replicate in depth. So we're going to teach you a system. We're going to teach you how to build the model and then replicate the model with your team. And in doing that, in building those 2 teams, this team volume commission is going to pay you 10% on your left leg volume and your right leg volume. So when it matches, when you've got, let's say, for example, just for simple math, you've got 50,000 just for a part-time affiliate really just starting to ramp up their business. Let's say you've got 50,000 in volume on your left and your left team, and you've got 60,000 in volume on your right team. The 50 on the left and the 50,000 on the right for that particular week will match, and you're going to get 10% of the 100,000 or a $10,000 team volume commission for that particular week. So, folks, from an inspiration standpoint, this one bonus, I can tell you my last network that I built, the largest network prior to World Global Network that I've ever built in the industry, was a binary. And it paid the equivalent of just over 10% lesser leg volume. If I had just this one bonus, the way World Global Network does it, 10% on matching volume, left team, right team, my income, obviously, you can do the math, would have doubled just by itself. And so this is a significant advantage in the marketplace. Most importantly, it's a way for you and for me to put our teams in place, help our left team and our right team create success. And as we create that volume, we don't have to say, well, you know what, I can't work with that one leg because I don't get paid on it. We're going to be paid on the entire organization. And so it rewards and in a sense the leaders, like every single person on this call, to drive depth and to help the affiliates down in depth in their organization because we're getting paid on it. So that's the team volume commission. And again, 10% left volume, 10% right volume. As it matches, you're paid up to $50,000 per week per business center. Now that's another thing. The previous company that I referred to, most companies have some sort of cap. The largest company in the industry with a binary in terms of total sales had a cap on this particular type of a bonus. They pay 10% lesser leg and a cap of $10,000 a week. And then they could scale up from there if you jump through some more hoops. Obviously, with World Global Network, we're talking about $50,000 a week with 3 business centers. So this one bonus has the upside potential for you and me, for those of us that want to roll up our sleeves and engage and get this thing done in a big way over the next 3, 4, 5 years. We have the opportunity to ramp up to $150,000 per week with all 3 of our business centers. So that is the team volume commission. Shifting gears here, let's talk about the Infinity residual volume. Now, again, just want to reaffirm that we're paid multiple ways on each of our bonuses. So if we would, let's go back real quickly to slide 27, the master pad. And you'll see in the top right, the generation bonus. That's what we're talking about, the Infinity residual bonus of a generation of $25. So that's the number that we're going to look at as we walk you through the Infinity residual volume back on slide 32. This is a back-end bonus. So each time one of your personally sponsored customers or affiliates activates their service plan. So think of this again as a monthly residual. With the master pack, what we just looked at, that's a $25 monthly recurring Infinity residual. Now, the way this works is you receive that bonus, and we're going to come through this on another diagram. You receive that particular bonus on the first affiliate or customer that you sponsor, the third affiliate or customer you sponsor, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, etc. Now, what happens to the 2nd and the 4th and the 6th, the even numbers, if you will? And again, if this is the first time you've heard this, just absorb what you can. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure that you have all the dots connected in the upcoming couple of days and couple of weeks for sure. But here's the way it works. This is extremely unique, and when you capture the power of this, it's going to keep you awake at night in a very good way. So for those of you that might be experts, and I know we've got some amazing industry leaders on the call, this is a variation. This is a wonderful variation of the 2-up plan that you've seen before in some much smaller companies. And so what happens is that $25, so look at you looking at the graphic in front of us, that you enroll the first person, that's $25 that you get. $25 is the Infinity residual bonus every single month that they're active with the service plan. Okay? Now, what happens to the 2nd and the 4th? 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th? Your sponsor gets that monthly residual on the Infinity residual bonus. But let's just talk about you. So you've enrolled the 1st and the 3rd. Let's just take a look at the first person you've enrolled. Let's say that's me. You've sponsored me. I'm your first person on the left. First thing you're going to do, this is one of the building blocks of the model that we're going to be talking about, is you're going to help me sponsor my first 4. Okay? Now for you, your 2nd and your 4th. Now think about this real quick. Just like with what I just walked you through, I'm going to back up here. The 1st and the 3rd and the 5th and the 7th, you're paid on. Okay, so your first line, we're using that example, is me. All right, the first person that I sponsor to the left, the 3rd, the 5th, etc., I receive your first line. I receive that $25 monthly Infinity residual bonus. Now look at this. Watch this. The 2nd. Let's just use the 2nd and the 4th, but it's all the even numbers. The 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, etc. The 2nd and the 4th are going to roll up to you. So you are going to receive the $25 a month Infinity residual bonus on my 2nd and my 4th. Now stay with me here. Let's just look at my 2nd. You see that following that line straight down, and the color codes will give you the clue. You're being paid on all the red. So I'll give you, as you study this a little bit more, you're getting paid on all the red. Now, back to the second level. The second person that I sponsored, we're going to teach that individual, we're going to help that affiliate enroll for. The first and the third go to them, 25, and in this example, a 25 per month residual for each one of those two customers or affiliates. Now look at this. The second and the fourth, it's really all the even numbers, but we'll just look at the second and the fourth, are going to roll to you. Now that's as far as I want to go right now, but that model, when it replicates, is a powerful, powerful, powerful bonus just by itself. Now, real quick, couple things I want to talk on. Let's go back to, let me make sure I'm correct here. Let's go back to slide 29, please. Slide 29. Someone might say, if you're brand new, if this is the first time, and I know we've got some brand new affiliates, this is the first webinar you've been able to be on. You might say, well, wait a minute. What about if I'm not being paid on if I'm not being paid on the second and the fourth and the sixth? That doesn't feel very good. Well, think about it. That's not accurate. You've already been paid. Every single person that you sponsor, customer or affiliate, you're being paid the fast retail bonus immediately. Every single person that you personally sponsor, that volume is going to flow for your team volume commissions. And then we're going to get into the other bonuses as well. Particularly, I want you to make note of 1, 2, and 5, because that generation matching bonus, you're helping every single person, every single affiliate that you sponsored create success. And we're going to talk about that moving forward. So let's go back to so that's the Infinity. So let's go to 32. So the Infinity residual bonus is paid every single month, and we've got an example coming up here that's going to show you how that scales and how that replicates. The next bonus, the fourth bonus that we're talking about, is the Infinity Brick bonus. Now, for those of you that are new, and again, leaders, please bear with me, but if you're brand new, I know it's getting a little bit complicated. Here's what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on this bonus right here. The Infinity Brick bonus. Every time you sponsor an individual, and you sponsor a customer affiliate, let's just say an affiliate, and you help that individual sponsor their first two customers or affiliates, one to the left and one to the right, you have completed what's called a brick, and you get an Infinity Brick bonus of either $15 or $30. Okay? Now, the brick bonus, and I want to keep this real simple. The brick bonus is paid, and it's to reward the basic, obviously the brick is a metaphor, the basic building block of what we want everyone to teach and train. So let's say, back to the example, you sponsor me, you help me sponsor my first two, one left and one right, and you sponsored your second person, and you help them sponsor their first two, one left and one right. You've completed two bricks. Okay, so that'd be 2 times $30 in this example. We'll talk about that, a $60 brick bonus. But most importantly, and if you're taking notes, jot this down, you have hit the first level in our PIN recognition system called the team developer level. And so in other words, you've sponsored somebody on your left, sponsored somebody on your right, and helped each of them sponsor somebody on their left and right. You've earned 2 brick bonuses, one left and one right, and you are now what's called a team developer bonus. If you remember, from a business building perspective, anything that I've shared with a lot of this information, again, for those of you especially that are brand new, please remember this, because sponsoring a new person to your left and helping them earn a brick and helping them sponsor 2, sponsoring somebody on your right, helping them sponsor their first 2, you get 2 brick bonuses. There's a nice little bonus to reward the right behavior. And then again, most importantly, you become what's called a team developer, and that's the first PIN level in our recognition system. So that's huge. Now, the next slide, we're going to talk about 34. And again, you're going to be able to download this right after at the end of the webinar. So you're going to be able to study this. We're going to have follow-up calls. We'll get with your upline success coaches and have individual coaching calls as well. We've got plenty of time as we move forward towards pre-launch next Tuesday to make sure everyone's comfortable with this. Now, if you look, the Infinity Pay Plan, this is a wonderful example of how, particularly the team volume commissions, how again, what we call the binary, the team volume commissions interact with the back end or the Infinity residual bonus. So on the left, let's look at the team volume commissions as an example. You've enrolled 2 people, you've helped them enroll 2. And again, each time you order, somebody places a builder pack order the master pack or the partner pack or the personal pack, there's volume. Volume that calculated, that's the CV that's used for calculating team volume commissions. In this one example, if you're not familiar with the binary, just take a look at that circle. We're looking at the graphic to the left, and draw a dotted line, or just envision a dotted line straight down the middle from you. And you'll see that the computer at the end of every week is going to calculate all the CV from your left team and all the CV from the right team, and it's going to look at what matches, and it's going to pay you 10% of both. So in this example, you've got 200 on the left, 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200, so there's 800 CV on the left, and there's 800 CV on the right, and for that particular week, you're going to get 10% of all of that, 800 left, 800 right. That's 10% of 1,600 in volume, and that's $160 team volume commission for that 1 week. Volume that we do this week, we're paid next week. Okay, so that gives you an example, kind of real world, of how that works. So obviously, you're incented to help your number one sponsor their first two. You get the brick bonus plus this volume we're talking about, and it rewards true team building, because we're going to be helping, we're going to be doing everything we can to help you and your team achieve their goals. Every member of your team achieve their goals. Now, let's look at the back end, the Infinity Residual. Your sponsor has sponsored you. Okay, now again, we're going to look at you sponsoring your first 4 people. Remember, the first and the third, and the fifth and the seventh, etc. But let's look at the first 4. The first and the third, you're going to get paid the Infinity Residual. So we'll just use that $25 as an example. I'm not even going to talk about the brick bonus, because all these bonuses work together. Now again, as we wrap up my portion here in just a few minutes, stay with me. We're going to talk about what the leadership team, what we're going to help you focus on are the activities, the basic fundamental activities that will make this powerful compensation plan come to life. And for those of you that I've known for a number of years, compensation plans are important, but the activity that creates volume is the most important thing. That's what we're going to help you focus, the core 2 to 3 fundamental activities that will make this compensation plan come to life. I always tell people the best way to learn the compensation plan is to experience the compensation plan, not as an academic exercise, but as looking at the money that's coming into you and your family on a daily and a weekly basis. And so we're going to help you do that. So I'm saying that to kind of take the pressure off some of you, so that you're going to learn all of this. You're going to master it within the next couple of weeks, and we're going to help you every step of the way. So back to this Infinity Residual, you've enrolled 1 and 3, and you're getting the $25 per month Infinity Residual bonus. And then let's go to stick with number 1. You've helped in number 1 enroll his or her first 4 affiliates, and they've placed product orders and set up their service plans. Numbers 2 and 4 roll up to you. All right, numbers 2 and 4 roll up to you. And if you'll see, the same thing replicates with number 3. So in this one little building block, I want you to remember this particular slide that we're looking at right now is slide 34. So make a note of that. Slide 34, you study this a little bit. Don't spend too much time. I don't want you to, but this is powerful. So if you'll see, you've enrolled your first 2, your number 1 and your number 3. So that's over on the far right. When you look at monthly, this gives you an idea of the power as we build the model, replicate the model, how this one bonus, the Infinity Residual bonus, works out. So when you've enrolled your first 4, number 1 and number 3 are your first 2, okay? And then when you've helped those 2, then you've got 6. So that's where 6 times that second level under monthly, 6 times 25. Those are the 6 red dots under you. You see the 1 to 3, the 2 to 4, and the 2 and the 4. That's where the 6. So as that replicates one more level, it's 14. And those are 14 affiliates or customers where you're getting $25 Infinity Residual per month. And then as it continues to replicate, you'll see over 1,000 affiliates and or customers that you're earning this Infinity Residual bonus. You've got a $25,000 plus monthly residual just on this one bonus. Now again, how do you understand, how do you get to that 1,022? Of course, we know perfect world, Duplication doesn't happen. Some organizations will grow faster than others, but the power of this model is you build the model, you replicate the model. And so if you can just get a little bit comfortable in the next few days, and again, I'll help you, your upline success coaches will help you, if you'll understand this one slide, and it's bigger than this because it's three in terms of you personally, it's your first, your third, your fifth, your seventh, your ninth, etc. And then it's their second and fourth rolling up to you, and it continues to replicate in depth. That's why they call it the infinity residual bonus. And folks, this is a back end to our World Global Network compensation plan that I have never seen associated with the binary at all. And this is extremely, extremely powerful. Now, we're going to talk about, as I wrap up my comments in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about the positioning, because there have been lots, understandably, lots of conversations about how do we position people. So we'll talk about that. Now, number 5, and this gets really easy from here. Number 5 on this, actually slide 35, the fifth way that we get paid is the generation matching bonus. And quite simply, folks, based on your PIN level, and if you look to the right from the bottom to the top, the first PIN level that I talked about is the team developer. Folks, that's the key to the vault, the team developer. In other words, you enroll one to your left, one to your right. You help them enroll one to their left and one to their right. Each of your first two affiliates help them enroll two. You become a team developer. That building block is the fundamental building block to an empire that will take you to presidential millionaire and beyond. And so this particular bonus is a matching bonus that will begin from 5% and ramp up to 25% as you grow your business. And that's a 25% match of the weekly team volume commission generated by every affiliate that you personally sponsored. 25%. So again, you and I have an incentive to work with every single person that we personally sponsored and help them achieve as much success as they can, as big as they can dream, as hard as they're willing to work. This one bonus will be significant, especially as we start to get your organization ramped up. The money box, folks, this is the sixth way we're paid, is one of my absolute favorites because I think it's extraordinarily unique. From an organizational leadership perspective, it is a retention tool. And simply put, every week you accumulate your matching volume from your left team, your matching volume from your right team. 1% of that will be put away in what the company calls the money box. Now, that money box, by you and me, it rewards us staying active with our own service plan for 12 consecutive months. At the end of 12 months, that bonus that has continued to accumulate over the full 12 months gets paid to us. Now, the company's even kind of sweetened the money box, if you will, and you can see the bold writing to the right, by being on the master level service plan. The money box all of a sudden becomes 2%. And I walk through, you can do your own math, whatever, as big as you can dream. If you've got an organization that's doing 100,000 left and right per week, if it's doing 10,000 left and right per week, and you do that over, 52 straight weeks, and then you get a 10% one-time bonus, folks, the money box bonus, you talk about an annual bonus just for staying active and staying consistent. To me, this is ingenious. This shows that Mr. Fabio Galdi and Alessandro, our COO, Alessandro Senatori, and our entire executive team truly understand and want to provide you and me with all the tools that we need to reward the right activities as we build and grow our organization. So this money box is powerful. Number 7 is the car bonus, folks. And the car bonus is unlike a lot of plans out there. With all due respect, this is a bonus where the company has got the right balance. And again, I don't want to mention names because it's unnecessary, but the problem that I've seen in the industry is people are put into cars before their business actually can support that level, and they end up getting themselves in debt. And with the World Global Network car bonus, this is a true lifestyle bonus. And if you look at the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, the Porsches, the Aston Martins, the Lotuses, the cars that the company has already given away, the cars that they've already provided their affiliates over the last 3 years is it's not conceptual, it's real world, and it's just a fun bonus. It's a lifestyle bonus, and the company does, I would say, a best-in-class job. And especially for those of you that are going to be heading to Dubai with me and some of the other leaders, you're going to see first person what exactly what I'm talking about. And finally, number 8, the lifestyle bonuses. Again, best in class. You've seen some of the videos from the Millionaire Club trips, or the Diamond Life Tour trips, and I'll tell you, World Global Network is best in class. And for those leaders that did go to London, we just got a small glimpse of how much this amazing company appreciates the work that you and I do on a daily basis. And it's not just lip service, it's genuine recognition, it's heartfelt appreciation, and it's rewards in the form of these lifestyle bonuses that are truly, it just makes it fun. We work hard, and we have the ability to develop relationships and enjoy these bonuses in a way and at a level that I've never experienced in the industry. And so as I close, I want a couple things real quick. The dual team positioning tool. So this is obviously for those of us that have been positioned in the WIP phase. It's real important. I know there's been a lot of conversations about placement strategy and do I, what do I do? How many people do I put on the left team? How many people do I put on the right team? What I'll share with you from my own experience, and again, you take what you like, discard the rest. But my approach and my philosophy on building this business with World Global Network is each one of us needs to be responsible for contributing to building both teams, our left team and our right team. And in fact, in future trainings, I'm going to be coordinating with the leadership team, and we're going to be teaching a program that I call the 2020 plan. And that's for those that want to create true financial independence with World Global Network. With this model, we will teach that over time, you're going to enroll 20 affiliates. You're going to sponsor 20 affiliates that want to build a business down the left, and 20 affiliates that want to build a business down the right. And the way I teach it is outside left, outside right, outside bottom left, outside bottom right. I alternate left, right. And the reason I do this is fairly simple, at least from my own experience. And I'm getting some great text messages from a lot of the leaders and emerging leaders on the call. So stay with me a few more minutes, and I'm back to Scott to wrap up our call. But think about this real quick. Every one of us is responsible for building both sides of our business. If each one of us is taking that level of responsibility, we're going to go back to that dual team positioning tool. The thing that you can't do, from my experience, is you can't prophesy. You can't say, I know this person's going to build a business, because from my experience, you never know. Some will engage now and build, some will engage later. And sometimes the reality is people don't ever build a business. They might enjoy the products or the services, but they never build a business. And so what I've learned is, let's put a model in place that creates predictable growth, that it's paint by the numbers. You go 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and we're going to do more trainings on this. But the 2020 plan is what I've learned. You enroll 20 to the left and 20 to the right. Now, for those of you that might have some part-time goals, maybe an extra 1,000 or 2,000 a month, you're not going to need to go to this level. But for those, like I think pretty much everyone on this call, that has a significant dream in terms of what we're going to create together with World Global Network, the 2020 plan will set you free. And what I've learned is, you enroll 20 to the left, 20 to the right, people that say they want to build a business, to find 10 to 12 active on both sides, to find 6 to 8 long-term, to find 2 to 3 on both sides that'll do it now, and 1 superstar. And when you have 1 superstar on your left team and 1 superstar on your right team, I'm telling you, folks, it's over. And it might take 6 months, it might take 5 years, but whatever it takes. I always tell people, don't let the small money bore you, don't let the big money intimidate you. All we got to do is put the right team in place, and when those leaders present themselves, everything else will take care of itself. Now, closing comments. How does this apply to the dual team positioning tool? Well, if you're asking me what I am doing, what Jeff Hooks is doing, I'm taking all the people that I've positioned in the WIP phase, and I'm putting half down the left and half down the right. And that's it. I'm done with it. I'm not stressing about it. I'm not staying awake thinking, well, this person knows a lot of people, or this person has contacts in California, and this person knows people in Dubai. I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on just putting good people in place, locking arms with each of you, and building a business. And I would encourage you, again, if that's the way I'm doing it, and it's worked for me in the past. That also ties to the Infinity Generation positioning tool. And hopefully you've seen that in your back office during the WIP phase. Same concept. I'm not trying to say, all right, who's a one, and I'm gonna put my best as a one and a three and a five, because you never know. I'm just going one, two, three, just the sequence. The tool makes it real simple, and I'm replicating that same thing, and everything else will take care of itself. Now, the last thing I want to do, and I don't have visibility in the chat bar, I want to get all of you my email. And I would give you my cell, but I'm afraid my voicemail will max because this is a big call. And here's my email. And if there's anything I can do to help all of you, we're one team, one dream. And my email is Jeff. Obviously, that's JEFF at. And in fact, if we could, managing the webinar here, if you could feel free to chat to email out. But it's Jeff at JL, as in Lewis, Hooks. HOOKS.com. Jeff at JLHooks.com. And if there's anything, any questions, I'll be happy to help you with three-way calls, conference calls, follow-up discussions on the comp plan, or anything at all. And so thank you so much. And with that, Mr. Scott Arvin, I'm going to toss the call back over to you.
Hey, Jeff, thanks so much. That was awesome. What an incredible training. I get so fired up by listening to you. And you took what is a very, very powerful pay plan, 8 different ways to get paid, and just put it together in a way that I think everybody, if you didn't understand it completely tonight, that's okay. Like Jeff said, we're going to be doing additional trainings, and the PDF that Jeff used to do the illustrations tonight, that is going to be available at the end of the call here, the end of the webinar. You'll be able to download to that. I know a lot of people did that last week, and we're very excited to be able to have that to study. Had it in front of them tonight to review, so that will be available. I also believe that this call was recorded, and if it was, we'll have a link for you for the recording as well too, so that you can review the call and also share it with your team members that were not able to make it tonight. And so obviously, what Jeff was talking about is some incredible potential, and the examples that he were using were just illustrations. There's no guarantee of any income. Everybody's results are going to vary. But I think that you had the opportunity to see that no matter what your income goals are, whether it's part-time or full-time or career type earnings or big money, it's all here for you. As that began to come together in your brain, I think you were, just like Jeff said, you're going to be up tonight, but in a very good way. So I want to just kind of reiterate to everybody that's a WIP person here, a world important person, that we've covered the cost of your $49 digital starter kit. You're in the business, you're in position to do whatever you want to do with this business. You've got the opportunity to upgrade from a $299 to a $599 master kit at no additional charge. You're ready to go. You're all set up, and we've got this week to be able to finish up putting together your teams like Jeff described and was able to illustrate the way that you can position your teams left and right and put your frontline team together so that you're really setting yourself up for success. Now, the products that we've got are just the beginning. This is going to be an amazing rollout as you see these products become available. Not only what we've got today with the space system, the cloud-based digital products that we've got, which are awesome, completely systematized modular components that have been integrated seamlessly together so that you never have to leave your back office to do any of these things. It's a very, very powerful system, but also with the rollout of what I believe is going to be the most incredible consumer product rollout in high technology with our wearable system of the space computer and our Lumina glasses, which is going to set the world on fire. And it's only going to be available exclusively through World Global Network. That means you and your team. Imagine if Steve Jobs with Apple had decided that he was going to take the space, he's going to take the first smartphone, the iPhone, and was going to sell it through his own network marketing company. People would have made millions of dollars all over the world, and that's exactly what we're doing here. You've got the exclusive right, and only you, to sell that product, and you're going to have a lot of people that are going to want to buy it and become part of the business as a result. So between that and the wireless system packages that we've rolled out and the space system, this is just the beginning, but what an awesome beginning. It's an auspicious debut for a company that is already known around the world as the premier destination for people anywhere internationally that want to do business and want to change their lives. And if you want to change lives, why not start with your own? I mean, that's the place to begin. And this is really just the final phase of WIP. It's the end of the beginning, and the beginning is still starting over with a brand new chapter next week on November 4th as we begin our official pre-launch and our march towards Dubai. We'll have Dubai in December, the release of the space computer at that point, and also the opportunity to begin earning commissions in the way that Jeff described tonight. So it's all happening. We're glad that you're here. We look forward to seeing you next week. We'll have some additional communication between now and then that you'll be able to capitalize on and educate yourself a little bit further and continue to push those emails and this presentation out to the field, out to your team members. The people that have the most people on the conference calls, the webinars, are always the ones that win. So we hope that you feel equipped, empowered, enthusiastic, and inspired. So that's it for tonight. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Scott Arvin on behalf of Jeff Hooks and everybody at WGN Ownership and Management. It's been my pleasure to be your host tonight, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye for now.